I'm glad you said it.
Pass it around. Come on, Mara, put some dollars in here.
I'm doing. And like.
Well, there's no dollars, there's a problem.
If you were 6 and 7%. Actually,
I
I think I brought up the,
I do not. Yeah, I was like. But it's so much.
She's so fresh. She's so fresh. All right, we're gonna get started, ladies and gents. Hi, Dante. Oh, we have a nice group here. I'm happy. I was saying this morning, we have half of our crew is in the CE class over in the theater. Big group of people. That's where all the cars are here. And then our new cherub, my new little cherubs, my new agents are in the Power Up program that just started this week. The new like fast track program that they brought back. Which Peter hijacked that yesterday and took over the class, I heard. I did talk to John, by the way. Yeah, he did. He said that, yeah. I didn't say anything. I let him tell me. I pretended I didn't know anything.
John.
Yes.
I'm now pleading the fifth for everything.
Hi.
I'm just here with Eric. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. So anyway, welcome everyone. If you hadn't noticed, today is Circle of Excellence Awards Day. As you open up your Facebook pages, you will see, there's all people see,
What?
oh, Circle of Excellence you're allowed to market your Circle of Excellence as of 12:01 a.m. this morning. So fun things, exciting things. So our agenda for today. So listing launch strategy. So every week this year, we've been bringing forth a tip of a tools tip. So we have so many tools in our toolbox here at Weicker, right? But we just don't know where to go and which ones to use. So every week we've been bringing you a tip of a tool that we have that only takes 5 minutes to implement, right? So the first week we did unlocking your leads in 5 minutes. Anyone who I haven't done that with, you know, I've actually sat with people at the front desk or who have come in and unlocked their leads in my Weicker, and it literally takes 5 minutes. So I'm happy to show anyone that. And then last week, what did we do last week, Nance? I remember.
Oh, thanks.
No, I remember I used your profile. I used your profile. That's why.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was sleeping.
She
I
was
don't know.
sleeping. Okay, we gotta remember what we did last week. Huh? So last week we did a quick, it was about the market, right? So,
Oh, you did the thing. for
yes,
us.
that was really great. And that shows your sellers based on how in our market, so I did Randolph last week because that was my market, right? So our Weikert's average sale price to list price in Randolph was 107%. And the rest of the homes that sold with brand X was 102%, okay? So we get 5% more on our listings. And there's a calculator that you could just throw that in real quickly and you could show it to your sellers based on you getting 5.5 and them getting 4, right? A brand X getting 4, you're still netting that seller more money in the end. So it's a nice visual to show them, right? So that was a quick and easy way to do that. And then this week, I'm actually going to go over playbooks with you guys because I know you see playbooks. It's very easy to use, but I don't think we utilize them enough. And again, for anyone who has a listing or wants to promote a listing, it's an easy way to do that.
Sure. People waiting in the lobby.
Thank you. Yeah, our Lanny, let me get Lanny out of the lobby.
Sorry. I didn't want to interrupt, but.
Oh, God. I don't know where I went.
Our pack updates for next week is tomorrow.
What do you mean?
Like, but they're doing.
Oh, okay. Yes, that'll be great. That would really be great, actually. Well, next week, remember, as a reminder, we're going to have a joint meeting with the Randolph office as well. So next week will be, yes, it's going to be here in corporate. We're going to have to find a room because next they'll still be in their power up session in the morning. But we could do the theater or something. So yes, we're going to have our joint meeting next week, and we're going to be implementing a lot of great stuff, which I'll share with you guys as a team, you know, a partnership for both offices. So old ways won't open new doors. Does anybody know what that means? It means the last 2 years was an anomaly. And it means the way we got our business the last 2 years is not going to happen moving forward. People are not going to call our phones anymore, knock down our doors, right? It was a great 2 years, 3 years that we had during COVID. With the interest rate so low, we had an abundance of business, right? We all did, and we all were able to take advantage of that, God bless. But that's not what's going to happen moving forward. We have to go back to basics, okay? Because we all need inventory. Inventory is at a historical low. It's never been so low, right? We share those numbers every week. So what do you have to do every day? You have to prospect. You have to do the income producing activities consistently on a daily basis to make sure that you're getting the business you deserve each year. So yesterday, I shared on Facebook a YouTube video from Joe Greco, who is the Hoboken manager. Okay. And you know what, guys, listen to it in your car when you're driving home. It's about 15 minutes, maybe less. Okay. Like if you're not one who listens to things at home, listening in your car. But it was really relevant to what's going on in the market today. And one of the things is, number one, are you obsessed with working with your buyers and your sellers? Are you obsessed with it? Right. And I have to bring credit to Mara with this, because a few weeks ago, someone asked Mara, a new agent, asked Mara, what do you do? What makes you successful? And she said, I have no idea. She said, but she goes, real estate is not only my life, it's my hobby. I don't watch TV. I go on the internet. I'm always learning things. I'm always reading things. She sends me articles all the time and videos and things to read and go over, right? She's looking at homes. She's thinking of ways outside the box to get a buyer to a home, right? She's always thinking real estate. And so to me, when he was talking about obsessed, Mara came to mind. She's obsessed with buyers and sellers. She's obsessed with the process. She's obsessed with helping people, right? And that's a good word to think about, right? Being obsessed with what you do every single day. It's a passion. You're obsessed with it. So the great thing about our business, right? We can talk about Zillow and what they've done and how they've taken over our leads and how we handed them on a silver platter 8 years ago or whatever it was. But the beauty of it is the public, buyers and sellers still need us. They still need the human touch. The internet was not able to take over our business, right? And so that's the beauty of it. And so why do buyers and sellers come to us? Because they need a mortgage lender, they need insurance, they need title, right? Those are the things they don't have those relationships. So when they come to you, they're expecting that you're going to be able to provide all of these services to them, and you're going to control the transaction because they don't want to do it. And I bring this up all the time with new agents that come into my office when I'm talking about our all under one roof value proposition. I say, have you ever heard of Amazon? And of course, everybody's like, yeah, I'm getting packages right now, probably as we speak, right? The reason that has become a household name is because people want that convenience. They don't want to have to go to ShopRite and Target and this store and that store, and that, right? They want to go to one place, be able to see everything under one roof, be able to shop pricing, shop everything, right? You can go on Amazon, get food, socks, patio furniture, whatever it is that you need. You could shop for different pricing, and you can get it within 2 days to your home. That's the convenience everybody's looking for. People do not have the time anymore to run from store to store to store to store to store. I know I don't have any time. So that's a big convenience. So that value proposition is what our clients are looking for when they come to you to help for assistance to buy or sell a home, right? So think about it that way. I know sometimes we think about it like we don't want to bother them and we don't want to be obnoxious. No, that's what people are looking for today. Studies show that over and over and over again. So make sure you're controlling your business, right? You have that value proposition right here to provide to them. So again, old ways won't open new doors. You have to think outside the box moving forward. And one of the best things that Joe Greco said in that YouTube video yesterday was, are you prospecting each day? Are you prospecting enough? Are you following up today? Are you following up enough? It's one thing to do a little bit, but are you doing enough to get your business to where you want to go? Right? Are you able to obtain the success you want by making 5 phone calls, or do you have to make more to get an appointment? Right? How many appointments do you have set for your week? Are you 2, 3, 4? What are you doing each day to get those 4 appointments set? Right? So are you doing enough every day? And I think I can ask myself that for sure. right? Because I think I'm here and I'm always working, I'm always busy, but am I doing enough to get this office to where it needs to be, right? I have to look at myself. Everybody has to look at their business and look at that. Are you doing enough each day? So at the end of each day, you have to ask yourself, did I do enough? Did I do enough today? If not, you have tomorrow. That's the beauty, right? You wake up tomorrow and you can change things and you can reinvent things. You're not the Titanic. You're not going to, you don't need 30 people to get you going and get you back on track. You think of yourself on a jet ski. You could just get yourself wherever you want to go as quickly as possible, but you have to have that mindset. So again, just changing the mindset this year, and you have to get back on track and basics 101, doing the things we need to do to be successful. I would love to have the last 3 years back, right? Looking back, I would love to have it back, right? Hindsight is always, what's hindsight? 2020, thank you. My brain is slowly getting back on track this week. Slowly getting back on track. Joanne Bickers asked me on Monday, where were you? She goes, where were you in Florida? I said, we were in West Waterline, because I couldn't think of the word coast, okay? That's what happens when you go away for a few days. You can't even think of like a waterline. What the heck am I talking about? I just give up. I give up. So bear with me. My brain is slowly getting back to where it's supposed to be. That's why I can't ever retire, because I would just be a blubbering idiot all over the place. I wouldn't even know what to say anymore. So exclusive listing launch strategy. So today, getting a listing is the name of the game. I mean, it's always been the name of the game, but more so than ever, right? You get a listing, right, Nance?
Yep.
You put it on the market on Friday, you hold an open house on the weekend, you get 40 something groups, 100 and something actual people through, right? And you get 8, 7, 8, 11 offers on it, and you're sitting there and you're the one who gets to choose with your client who you're going to, what's the best fit for them, right? Or you're one of the 11 offers because you're running around buyers. And not that that's a bad thing, right? Because we have to help buyers too. That's part of our business, but listings are the key to getting success this year. And the listings will bring the buyers and all the other ancillary business that you need, right? They're going to bring all that to you. So you really want to take advantage of listing inventory. So 13 to 18% of properties transferred ownership in our area without the MLS. Okay, so think about that number, because we think everything has to go on the MLS to do the best for our clients, right? So another 10% went under contract in the MLS within 3 days. Okay, which could indicate an exclusive, probably most likely. That's 23% to 28% of transactions in our area that were either pre-marketed or sold outside of the MLS.
A quarter of all.
A quarter of all our listings. Yep, a quarter of all our listings. So, yeah, thank God. Thank God. Feel free to add any insight you want today to help me out. So, when you think about that, our solution is to present a staged listing launch strategy. What does that mean? So exclusive listing period. Always take an exclusive, right, listing when you're getting your listing signed. Because most of the time, it's not going to go on instantaneously, right? That's rare. That's going to be listed on Friday and be done on Wednesday, right? But in most cases, you have to get the photos done, right? There's preparation that you have to do with that client in order to get that home sold successfully, right? So exclusive listing period is recommended 3 days to 2 weeks, whatever your client needs or you need, and it's preparation and an internal exclusive listing database. So this allows for the greatest flexibility to prepare your home and gather the marketing assets, such as professional photography, floor plans. This also gives you the option to allow showings for high urgency buyers who may pay top dollar to remove your home from the open market before it's fully prepared. And a lot of you guys have had opportunities both ways. We've had a buyer, you presented a higher offer, and they basically taken it off the table because they didn't know where they were going to go that weekend, or they didn't know what they were going to do on, for an open house, or want people through their home still. They're still a little cautious, right? So that works a lot as well. Coming soon period. Recommended 2 to 3 days, Wednesday to Friday. Announcement and syndication of marketing listing, no showing, right? So once it's on coming soon, there is no showings allowed if it's on the coming soon on the MLS, correct? from anybody.
Even if it wasn't exclusive before, it's still, once it's coming. to-
Once it hits coming soon, then you cannot show it, right? You can no longer show it during that time. So Mara shared with me a few weeks ago that she had a coming soon on, and that on Zillow, because it was coming soon, she was the only agent that was on the listing. So she was getting the phone calls. She's like, why am I getting all these phone calls for a reason? So everybody should be doing their home on coming soon for a period of time, just to be able to get those those buyers to call you, right? Absolutely, because leads are so dried up right now in every aspect.
But coming soon, you still have other realtors calling you saying, my client is only in for a couple of days and they
Can I
still,
just get in?
can he just get in?
Say absolutely not. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, right? I'm sorry, it's coming soon and I cannot let anybody in. Unless you change it to exclusive status for some reason or on the market, right?
Others say,
Yeah.
Missy, if you put it on coming soon and then. Well, like, what if it wasn't coming soon? Would you still get those Zillow leads?
No.
or-
No, because when it goes, so when you're exclusive, it's not marketed on the MLS, right? So you're just marketing on your social media, maybe a sign out, all those other things. Once you put it on coming soon, then it syndicates, right?
Mhm.
To all those websites as a coming soon. So that's why you're getting the exposure or more exposure that way, but it's not actually, you can't show it during that time period. Yeah. So that is really, really important. Yep. That's really, really important to know. So this brief status launch in the MLS allows time to advertise your open house, coordinate showings, and give buyers a chance to discover your property online prior to opening up the show. This puts you in the power position when offers come in because you've allowed time for our marketing to work for you, right? So it gives a little bit more anticipation, right, of something that's coming on the market. And then MLS active listing period, recommended if needed. If you haven't sold it within that time, syndication and showing of marketed listings. Your home is now fully prepped and marketed, which allows for additional showcasing of your home to turn the listing to sold, right? So that's, that's our 3 ways of marketing a home, right? So timing your listing launch for success. So the benefits to the seller, because that's what you always hear. If I try to bring up something to an agent, I'm like, well, how does that benefit my seller, right? It's always, because in this market, I'm telling you, all the top agents out there are holding on to their listings. All the top teams are trying to sell their listings themselves because business is scarce. I'm meeting an agent today from Keller Williams who actually got let go from his team. Okay, teams are downsizing because they don't have the leads to provide to their client, to the agents anymore that were on their team, the team members, right? So things have shifted quite drastically. So offer a solution to every obstacle a seller may be contemplating. Gives the seller the opportunity to have 2 chances for a first impression. Solves tricky timing issues. Ironically, in the market, it offers more exposure than the MLS because it adds a preview period, right? Allows for feedback prior to a full launch. That's always good too. If you're maybe you got the 2 of you, your seller and yourself have not decided on the right pricing, right? You're on one price and they're at another price. And so having agents in, your team in, and giving price opinions can be, can be very helpful for that. Identifies unforeseen issues or buyer objections. So maybe there's something you didn't see or your client didn't notice that another agent may notice, right? And may bring up. Accommodate sellers who are not in a rush, but want to capitalize on current market conditions to test the market, right? So maybe you have someone who says, I'm going to wait till the spring market. We are in the spring market. I mean, we just got cold today, right? But I mean, we've been in the spring market. When there's very little snow or no snow, we're considered the spring market. And look at, that example of Nancy's listing. That's what sellers are still getting multiple offers, and they don't know this because they're hearing the negative news, the national news. So they think our market is tanking, right? That's why we have to be in touch with our clients because we are the voice of our communities. We need to be the ones to share with them the real news that's going on, right? Safety is also another thing. Comfortable solution for the don't know where to move sellers, right? So maybe you don't want to put it on a full MLS because they're not sure where they want to go yet. And you want to sort of give them that comfortability that you can get somebody in who'll probably wait, right? In this market for them to find something. Possibly avoid expensive repairs, possibly avoid time-consuming declutter, allows for greater flexibility for testing pricing strategies, as price is not documented online, right? So there's no days on market ticking. And you can't change that days on market anymore, right? Because you go on Zillow, it tells you exactly when, every single time that home was listed and for what. Protect sellers against damaging days on market reporting online. Control, no need to abide by MLS dictated showing rules. Allows flexibility to jump right on. Market fully branded for additional exposure after the exclusive period. So again, the exclusive period recommended from 3 days to 2 weeks as you prepare the home for sale, right? Just always have that just to keep yourself protected. Because you guys all know the GSMLS agreement, if you have it signed before, right? If you have it signed 2 weeks before, a month before, it doesn't go into effect until 48 hours before that date comes. So you're not protected. So your client might not know that, but if they get in front of an agent like myself who says you just signed anything, can I see it? I can then share that with them. So that's what you have to be careful of, right? Because everybody loves you while you're there, but then they find out they have a friend, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle who just got their license, right? Those are the things you don't want to happen. So easy exclusive logistics, paperwork, same paperwork you always do, just add record exclusive and waiver of broker cooperation. Date MLS for anticipated plan launch. Announce to the office and add to our exclusive listing database. Database is in my Weicker tools. Check it out. There are some listings in there as of this week. And then processing, process immediately, get the benefit of listing being input in our Weicker tools, exclusive database. So again, this is how you would take advantage of an exclusive listing. Input manual listings, so your website display for manual listings has been disabled, so you can freely use the listing link to text. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to share your listing. That sounds a little bit more complicated when I do the playbook, but you can add it in there. Send text your clients and active leads, open house, guests, and call them. So basically what they're saying is because you're really not supposed to market your listings, right, prior to going on the MLS, but our MLS is not abiding by those rules, right? So complicated. I don't even want to, I'm so glad I don't have to explain that anymore. They only have it as a text option, so you can text the link to your clients, not as an email. Text an exclusive alert and fill in your local market town and price points with exclusive database and add your manual listing link. Quick announce on all regional Facebook pages, advertise your preferred customer mailing list at open houses and in an email template. So start to build your database of people who want to work with you and have access to your exclusive database. Do this by advertising and opt in at your open house. Add this to your calls as an offer. So exclusive, so you're going to put into, once a prospect opts in, exclusive alert list to make it easy to send an alert every day. There is a new listing to secure an appointment to show. So every time there's a new listing that we provide, so like at the end of this meeting, I'm going to show you all the exclusive listings we have that are not on the market. You can then share that information, right, with your clients that you have sort of a pocket listing that is not on the MLS that you're able to share with them.
But the first, go back one,
Mm-hmm.
the input manual listing and you say you can only text it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Can you let me in?
Oh, sure. Yes. Don't.
But
Huh? Oh, she'll benefit from your question.
yeah, that's. In order to capitalize it. Plus,
Okay. So what's the question?
All right. for that
Thanks,
regional
Missy.
listing,
Mm-hmm.
It's set up to where we can only text it, but we can email it, we create the email.
You can create, yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's where they're showing you. So if you go in, you can add a manual listing, right, into KV Core, and then you can put all the information in. You can create a pitch sheet, or you can send it out to your clients. There's multiple things you can do once you create it yourself.
You should create a file, scan it.
Yes. So check your resources every day. Check the exclusive database and attend sales meetings to learn about exclusive listings. Send text to your clients and active leads, open house guests and call them. So there's a nice dialogue that they have that I'll share with you on the next page. And then advertise your preferred customer mailing list at open houses in an email template. So start to build your database of people who want to work with you and have access to your exclusive database. do this by, oh, it just by all this. See, you have me on the wrong thing. So here's your text example. Hi, as a preferred Wyker customer, here's your Wyker exclusive listing update for 131, right? We have exclusive listings not marketed to the public or online in the following local markets. And then here are some examples, right? So you just have the town and the price point. So if they're interested in something, then they're going to reach out to you, right? So maybe they're interested in something for 450 or 650 or 1 million, whatever price point they're in. So for more exclusives throughout the state and county, contact me. So having trouble finding a home or watching the market to sell your home, sign up for my preferred customer mailing list. This exclusive list provides you with the following: monthly appreciation report for your home and local market, alerts to our off-market Wyker exclusives, and update and accurate MLS listing alerts through user-friendly website. So this is what you would have out at your open house, right? This sign, and then you have a sign-up sheet so that people are opting into it, okay? And this way they're giving you their information because they want to be on a preferred mailing list. So here you're telling them monthly appreciation report once a month. So that's the monthly market update, right? And that's in their neighborhood. Alerts to our off-market listings, and then they can from there they'll be going onto your website where they're getting the most up-to-date accurate information. Okay. So with that, anybody have any questions with the exclusives?
Go over how they date the exclusive because I'm getting dates not correct. Dating the exclusive and then dating the MLS.
So your exclusive is dated the day you're sitting down with your client. Okay, you can date that exclusive for a week, a month, a year, 2 years, whatever you choose to do, right? Whatever you guys agree on. That exclusive, it can be whatever you guys decide on. The MLS agreement, right? The MLS listing agreement, then that needs to be dated the date you plan on starting that marketing it online. Okay, so that could be 2 weeks ahead of the time. It could be a month ahead of time, whatever you guys again decide based on what kind of preparation they have to do and what they need to do to get that house ready. Okay. And then that should be 6 months or a year or 9 months, whatever you typically do from the date. So those dates should not or do not have to match. Okay. So basically the exclusive can be longer than the GSMLS agreement. Again, it's just going to protect you longer. So it's again, whatever you agree to do, but that should just be part of your normal paperwork. Every time you sign paperwork, have that exclusive listing agreement as part of it. Because and everybody knows that a binding listing agreement, whether it's exclusive or an MLS, has to have a start and an end date. You can't have TBD, to be determined. That is not considered that your client can get out at any time with that, anytime. So it has to have a start date and an end date. Now, let's just say, for instance, you put that the listing's going on February 15th through August 15th, right? That's your start date and end date. And February 15th comes and a pipe burst in the basement 2 days before, and now they have all this other stuff going on, right? So you can't actually list it on the 15th. Right now it's going to be pushed off for a few weeks. That listing then becomes valid once the 15th goes, right? So if they don't protest in any way that they don't want that listing on, once the February 15th comes, that listing is a valid listing agreement. So if they decide not to list it for any reason with you, or they were mad at you because you got them the wrong plumber or whatever, they still are bound to you as a realtor for that 6-month agreement.
So now, if you get an exclusive and you get an offer, isn't the seller that's gonna wait for more offers because of the railroad? Like,
Well,
you're gonna make that buyer?
it depends. We've had so many different situations. Like John had a listing that went on a few weeks ago. During the week, he had someone came in with a really great offer that they never thought they got, and they were just like, "We're done. We don't want to waste any more time." It didn't even make it to open house. So it really depends on your seller. Yes, some sellers will say that, right? They'll say, "I want it." Yes.
They can get so many more and a lot to choose from. So why accept something within that time?
But just
period
because
when it
you're
could
getting
open
the
up?
exclusive doesn't mean you have to market it. Like I get exclusives for everything just to protect myself,
Yep.
but I'm not actively showing it. I'm
Correct.
not marketing
Correct.
it.
Okay.
And every agent has or every client has a different reason why they want an exclusive. I just had one where I had the buyer and he called me and said, "I've got this exclusive at Randolph. I know you have a lot of Randolph buyers. I'm just doing an exclusive for a couple days do you want to show it? So I like came up with the person who most likely I thought was a good bet. She had 4 agents show it, 4 people wrote offers. And that seller, yeah, was like, I showed it 4 times, I got 4 offers, maybe now I should go on the market. But the reason they didn't is because apparently there was an agent they hated, they just wanted their house.
There's so many weird reasons. There's so many weird reasons.
Right, that they were gonna screw themselves.
Don't talk about me that way.
John. Right, and the agent had to, and I said that to her, I go, is this what's gonna happen? Because I knew the second, number one, she listed it too low, right? The second I saw it, I was like, this went on the market, and we went like 70,000 over. With 4 people, bidding against 3 people, and we got it. But if it had gone on the market, 100% she would have gotten more. But she made that decision, and the agent was like, what you're doing is wrong. Because I said to her, I go, why did you do this? This is ridiculous. She goes, it wasn't my idea. It was my seller who wanted it. I told them it was a bad idea, but once they did it, I was like, you can't now go back. You've got 4 really good offers. The market's speaking, like, you made this. But I don't like it. I'm with you.
When you offer my mom, maybe better. That's it. Negotiate. When you go back to the buyers, agent and say, look, who's what they're thinking.
And I've done that too, and gotten another 10 grand.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Conversely, I had
That's one
people
person. There's so many other.
I had people come in and say, I'm never gonna get better than this, I'm taking.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
And they're happy. They're happy.
this is what I was seeing, like in that case, and these 2 cases here, just from hearing the same stories, is if you're going in, right, as a listing agent and you're saying, okay, this is the market value. I can almost promise you won't get under this if you price here, but I can almost promise you you'll get multiple offers over if you do, okay? If you want to price here, I can't guarantee what's going to happen. We might have to reduce the price. I don't know, but this is the market value and this is what's going to drive the market. So are you happy with if you get that price, right? So they're most likely, okay, yes, right? Sound familiar, Nan? And then they get 40, 50, 70,000 over and they're like, look, I'm not a greedy whatever. Like I'm like happy with that. And it's cash in some cases, a lot of cases, half of our deals in our office each month have been cash, right? It's like, why am I going to risk this person to see what else may be out there when I'm already getting $70,000 ahead of where I thought I could get, or 60,000 or 50,000, right? So to them, that's like crazy money anyway, because this number was already elevated from where they thought they were going to be. Now they got up here, right? So I think if you have the right conversation with your client before, and they understand and they price appropriately and they think, okay, in my mind, I'm just going to think I'm going to get this price. And then this all comes in, it's a little bit overwhelming to them. And they're just like, okay, I'm good. I don't want to risk it. I feel if I get greedy, it's going to come back to bite me in the butt, so.
Time. Read in time.
Yep,
Plus, I don't have to deal with 100 people.
exactly. That's huge too.
Gonna end.
You know,
Always could be.
Always could be more,
What if you
right.
had it on 2 weeks? What if you had it on 3 weeks? I mean, they're
Or it might
always.
dry up and then you've lost what you had.
Yeah, we've seen that happen in the past, right? So anyway, yes, that's a great question. And that's why they're giving you options to do exclusive, then coming soon, and then put it on the market. So you're really getting the most marketing for your client that you possibly can and driving that anticipation and getting the offers in. But you also want to try to, to get, opportunities for yourself, right? So don't lose that time frame and not get any opportunities. No buyer leads, nothing. That's not good, right?
The
Getting
Zillow
those
thing
things.
is
always
thing
do
is
it that
huge.
way. I love to.
Yeah,
The Zillow thing is huge.
exactly.
Does it make sense? On like a Monday and Tuesday, and then do a on Wednesday, and then listing on Friday this way? Because most of the time, people want to list kind of right away, when they're ready, they're ready. So does it make sense to even give yourself? 2
Yeah, but
days?
you still have to get like photos, right? You want to put it on the market, like maybe they have a few little things to do. So yes, they want to get it on right away. Maybe it's just a week time frame for you, but you still need at least that week, right?
You're scheduling your photographer for Wednesday, they put it on Thursday. The neighbor sees a photographer and calls and goes, my kid wants to live next door. And all of a sudden they bought the house. You don't have a contract if you don't have an exclusive.
Yeah.
So it's just to protect.
But then if you
Yeah.
get it all 50 days,
You could also forget that exclusively and just do coming soon a little bit more.
No, you need the exclusive to protect your contract.
Yeah, because the contract has like a definite start date.
Can. It's only that contract, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, that date is only valid, the date of your GSMLS contract. The day before.
Yep.
Well, if you're there, you could do it from that day, like, I would have to put it on. You put it on right away, and that's a company to do, if you need to, you only have a few days. If you only have a few days, you can put it on. You could do the coming, you could do the pictures during the coming soon, if you only have a few days.
Yeah, so it's not to hurt your client in any way. It's to get more exposure for your client, but in the meantime, in a environment where we're getting very little leads, right? And that's a big part of our business. It's a way for us to generate more leads and do the best thing for our client, really.
It's like all those big, clubs, work. people just walk out there.
Yeah.
Really what they're doing.
That's a great way to put it. It's a soft opening for the listing. That's a great way to even to describe it to your client. Because I think everybody knows what a soft opening is, right? So that's a good way if you want to just make it more relatable. Test the market. Yes, it's a way to test the market. I like that. So playbooks. So everybody has heard of playbooks here? Does everybody know what a playbook is?
Yep.
So playbooks, I'm going to just actually show you an example of playbooks. So playbooks are a way for you to promote your listing, okay? And this could be an exclusive listing because you can put it in manually or you could put it in regularly. So let me go into my KV Core. So up here you have dashboard and you have playbooks right under dashboard, okay? And here you want to promote your listing. So I'm going to open my playbook. And this is my listing. Where's Dante? Oh, he got up. This is Dante's listing. This is Dante's listing in Gutenberg. Yeah, so I did yesterday. So I did promote your listing yesterday because I was trying it out and playing with it. So here, if I want to start promoting it, I can just click here and start promoting it, or I could search for a listing here, right? So I can go into my listings. I can go into the company listings. If I had a team, I can go into my team listings. I can go into corporate headquarters, or I can go into Randolph because now we have access to Randolph, right? So that's what I can do. So
Also, and you can't promote anyone's listing in the office without asking them.
right.
I think you can promote anybody.
You can promote anybody's listing, but we did have an issue a few weeks ago where someone promoted someone else's listing, and the agent called screaming like a maniac, and so I had to deal with that. But I was like, I'm sorry, when you signed an IDX agreement with your MLS, you were agreeing to allow other agents to market your listing, and nowhere did it say it was their listing or they said this is an unbelievable gem. Yes, all this, yes. So, I mean, people can get mad and angry and say what they want, but you're just marketing their listing for them. You're helping getting more exposure. The way we treat each other in this business, it always seems to amaze me.
Other agencies.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you could, if you're farming a specific area, right? So let's just say I'm farming Sedgefield and Parsippany, whatever, right? I can, and a listing comes on and Co-op Banker agent listed. I could call the neighborhood and said, hi, I just want to let you know a new listing came on in your neighborhood. I'm not saying I put on a new listing in your neighborhood. I'm just saying a new listing came on in your neighborhood. You know, just want to let all the neighbors know what's going on. Oh, really? What's the price? You know, and you just have a conversation.
Do that, you could put it on Facebook.
You could, absolutely. You could promote it.
They send out for you.
Yeah.
They're not like the big phones. They're just.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just grabbing from the MLS and putting it out there because we are able to promote, as long as we don't misrepresent it and say, oh, check out my new listing, because it's not your new listing. You're just saying, check out this kitchen or great new porch, or this has a great backyard or great location, right? That you can say. And that should be, everybody should be thankful that people are trying to promote their listings and getting more exposure on there, right? So anyway, so here you could search for a listing. You can go into our office, you can search. So here, if you're going to do it, like I'm going to do this one. Okay, so I can select offices that I wanted to go to. So I'm going to click corporate headquarters. If I wanted to protect a team, I could put in certain users, right? So my whole roster is in there. A great new listing just hit the market, help me find potential buyers. Again, if this wasn't mine, it's not saying mine, it's just saying a great new listing just hit the market, right? So that's all it's saying. And then here's the new listing announcement, and I hit find matching buyers, right? So if I click this, of course.
You're sending it out. It's, okay, it's not your listing, right?
It's not my listing.
Okay, but you're sending it out to the other agents. Why are they gonna help you find a buyer?
No, you're not saying.
No, you're saying it-
Well, there I was sending it to agents, but you can also send it to, so. Yeah. You're sending it either to an agent or you're sending it to, so this is notify agents, okay?
Your own listing.
Yeah,
Correct.
that makes sense.
Yes.
But why would I send
Yes.
somebody else?
No, but this is my listing in reality because it's in my portal because it's under my name for Dante. Okay, so that's why. So I'm either notifying agents or I'm contacting matching buyers. So now here would go to anybody in the organization. I'm going to put hashtags, right? So if I go to a KV Core Smart List, right? I'm gonna schedule an email when I want it to go out. It's just gonna already has all this information. And this is what it looks like, right? So that's the way to send it. This, I could do
This
it.
is only people in your contact list.
So
Mm-mm.
that's the thing you talked about, last week, that it goes to everybody.
So the smart list looks through your contacts and tries to find those that may be interested in the listing. We did not find any matching contacts for your listing. I don't have anybody in mind. I don't have people.
So it's looking
This one is mine, right? Yes. This one is mine. Yes, yes.
Betsy, but the merchant buyers are without an agent, those buyers.
No,
they
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
an
not,
agent?
not necessarily. It doesn't matter if it has an agent or not. Right?
But if
You're
it's
just sending out a buyer, so it's not, so this is just going out to any of my contacts.
Oh, okay.
Any of my contacts that I have as,
They're much-
Gutenberg or
Okay.
500,000, yes. It
But
tells you right
Missy?
here.
Missy,
It tells you right here, no.
Missy,
okay.
This smart look looks through your contacts and try to find those that may be interested. They
Missy?
didn't find any.
Yeah, then why put your people?
Yeah, so
Missy?
here is, I could do it through text or I can do it to schedule an email, okay?
So it's only
Missy?
yours. Can't send it to
Oh,
somebody
God,
else's.
oh, God.
Missy,
Yeah,
okay, can you hear me?
a little bit.
Okay, so when I do contact matching buyers, it says, hi, I have a new listing that matches your search criteria. That's the message that comes up.
Are you, okay. But this is my listing that I'm on. I didn't search for a
But I'm
listing.
not, I'm on Cheryl's listing,
I have a new listing that matches your search criteria.
right? And I have Cheryl's listing. is
Okay,
what I-
because, well, that's because the broker owns the listing, not you. So you have to
Yep.
remember that too. So it's because it's a Weicker listing in our office. It's not like a Weicker, it's not a Brand X listing or anything else.
It should say we. Then I,
Well,
because that would help if that's a Weicker listing, it's not. Otherwise, you're saying I have.
well, you all, but you all.
I know.
I have.
I know, guys, but don't complicate things because we tend to complicate things. Just send it out and get exposure. Just send it out and get exposure because this has been going on for a long, long time. We've had this. And a lot of people do utilize it in other offices. So just make sure you're utilizing the stuff that we have.
Missy, is it just for our office though? Cause I only see headquarters.
Yeah, maybe I have Randolph just because I have an admin. So it's just our office. Yes, it's just strictly our office when it comes to promoting a listing. Mm-hmm. And so you're able to promote listings, other listings. Maybe there's something in your area that somebody else listed and you want to promote it, right? Because that's your area of expertise. So that's the playbook. So it's really quick and easy. Okay. You just open it up. You can type in the address and then you can put it in. You can add hashtags, you know, if you want to send it to certain people. But again, these things, everything I've showed you in the last few weeks, it's 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute process, no more than that, to get more marketing for your property. Okay. So this is how you go on playbooks. And then you click on to promote a listing. Okay. So this is the little diagram I made for you. As you can see, to just be able to do the playbooks. So everybody understand that? It's just promoting listings and sending out texts and emails to get more engagement, to drive more people to your website. Because the more people you drive to the website, the more people you're able to track on what they're looking for and get into your CRM and be able to get them active again, right? And find reasons to make phone calls to them. That's what we're trying to do. Make phone calls and attract more clients in this market. So just think about that every day. How am I getting more people through my doors? If I was a brick and mortar, how am I getting more people to talk to every single day? So our Circle of Excellence Awards for this year, or for 2022, I should say, just came out today. So congratulations, Mara, with platinum level. Great. Platinum level is, so let me just explain to you. Platinum level is 20 million in dollar volume minimum and 30 units. Yes.
Wow.
Okay, 20 million in dollar volume and 30 units.
Which is harder there?
Once you get to that level, it's the dollar volume. When you're at the beginning, bronze, it's the units, which I was going to go over, right? So I think Mara did 32 million. She did 32 million this year in dollar volume. 32 million as an individual agent. Well, just think about that. 32 million as an individual agent. The Lee team, Brenda Lee, platinum level, right? I have to replace their things here. I did it on the social media ones. I haven't done it on my slides yet. So before I send it out, I will. So again, let me go back. So Mara's number 7 in our region of agents and number 16 in the company out of 6,500 agents. Okay. Brenda Lee, platinum level. I can't believe we have 3 agents that are platinum level. That's incredible, right? 20 million and 30 units minimally. She's number 15 in the region and number 37 company-wide out of 6,500 agents. Quite incredible.
I think you probably get a raise for president.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, she's been calling me about other things.
not convinced that Brenda really exists.
Maris does not convinced that Brenda really exists. I tell Brenda that all the time. I'm like, people don't really think you are here. Can you go put your wig on? Peter, go in the office, put your wig on and come back out. Yeah. So congratulations, Gloria LaForgia, platinum level, number 30 in the region and 105 in the company. So great, great number. So who said it was a challenging year last year? Not these agents for sure. Maybe they had a lot of heartache and stomach aches and, but they made it through. And, I say it all the time. The amount of work we do, our work ethic and the amount of problems we solve in a day equals the amount of money we make, right? It's all together. If you're doing the work every single day, you're making the money in this business, right? I heard the best line the other day. A real estate license is a license to $1 million. And it's so true. Start thinking about that way. Like, think about that. A real estate license is a license to $1 million. You can make $1 million in real estate. You have to put the work in and the problem solving, right? All the things that we have to do, all the challenges we have, or like I want to do probably once a day, you can go over to Starbucks. You can make coffees for a living, right? When you leave, nobody asks your name, right? Maybe your biggest problem is like you did a coffee, right? And I'm not putting anybody down for what they do. I'm just saying what you do equals what you make. And when you think about it, the more work you put in, the more money you make in this business. And that's just the way it is. So I actually brought that up at a morning motivation on Monday about the Starbucks thing. And Mara sent me Cheryl sent me a TikTok afterwards. And it was this kid crying because he was in Starbucks. He works at Starbucks. Like, I can't do it anymore. These people are so hard. And he's crying hysterical. And I'm like, okay, so maybe I was wrong. I'm not sure. Or maybe he's just exaggerative.
Where's our region?
Where's our what?
Our region. We don't.
Well, so they don't rank our region, but in the top 10, 5 offices, including us, are in the top 10 for profitability. So I would say we're probably number 1. I mean, if we have 5 offices that are in top 10 of the region out of 110, 12 offices, we're most likely number 1, right? But they don't rank it. They never put that together. Vindawani, gold level. So gold level is 12 million in dollar volume, minimum 12 million in dollar volume, and 25 units. So that's the gold level, 12 million and 25 units. And Vin is number 41 in the region and 170 in the company. So again, incredible numbers. Kim Bretschka, gold level, number 45 in the region and 186 company-wide. Cheryl Towie, silver level. So silver level is 6.5 million in dollar volume and 20 units. Okay, so at least a minimum of 6.5 million and 20 units. Now for Cheryl, 20 units is easy. So 6.5 million, right? Because she's in a lower, she's in Warren County. So her price point is a lot lower than most of our price points here, right? So she does a lot more units. She does a hell of a lot of units to get to where she is. She's number 67 in the region and 262 company-wide. Michael Elms, silver level, again, 6.5 million with 25 units, 74 in the region and 287 company-wide. And bronze level, Lori Kaplan. So bronze level is 2.5 million in dollar volume, but 15 units. So again, that's where the
I
table.
think it should just be units.
Yeah, so the 2.5 million is easy to get to in our area, right? 2.5 million is 5 homes at 500,000, right? But that's 5 homes at 500,000. Where you getting 10 other units, right? So that's where it becomes an issue, is that first level of getting those 15 units. And then after that, the 15 units are just 5 unit increments after that to get up to the next level, where then the dollar volume becomes a lot more. So then it shifts after the first unit. So
I don't think it's 16 rentals a year, but they never qualify.
well, for the dollar volume for it, yes, yes. So rental units count, and so there's a dollar volume. So if you do rental units, you can get units that way. For anyone who's looking to achieve this in the next year, there's also RPAC. If you pay $100 to our Realtor Political Committee each year by the end of September, you get a credit or a unit. I'm sorry. So that's a way to get a unit. You can also volunteer at the board for units, but you have to start that now. You can't wait till like October, because then all the slots are filled because everybody else is doing the same thing you're doing, right? To get units, if the unit thing is what you need more help on. So again, just track it, but you need to start looking at this July, August for the end of the year. You can't wait till September, October, November to look at what your dollar volume is in units to get to where you need to go. So anyway, congratulations to everyone. We had really great numbers this year. So what's new? So I had this paper here. So just remember, we have refer and earn supplemental income program, right? For referring agents to the office. And it's a warm transfer. And it's 5% of their company dollar as long as you both are here, right? Power Up is our new agent training program, which is going on right now across there. It's our fast track. Everybody who knows our fast track, it's a new wave fast track for agents coming in. And it's a coaching program and accountability program to get them on track and to get them to 2 deals in the first 6 months, which is quite powerful. Our marketing studio is how I was able to do all those pieces you just saw, because I am not a Canva person. I've opened Canva once and said, this is too difficult for me. So our new marketing studio is so easy that I'm able to do, right? Ari's like, yes, I taught Ari. And I was like, Ari, just go here. And in 5 minutes, he had this beautiful piece that he was going around to put on houses. So very easy to do. If I can do it, you can do it. I guarantee you, okay? You just go in, you put all your stuff, it's so super easy and everything's already there. You take a look at that. No, you don't have to put your name and password.
Like, how do you open?
You go into Wicker Tiles. So under Sky Slope.
You already lost.
How do you get to Sky Slope?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, so right under there is a tile that says Marketing Studio. You just click
And
on.
there's no new sign.
No, there's no new sign in. Everything is in your tiles now. So everything is one sign in and just go in your tiles.
Susan Purnell did that postcard and she was like, do you know your passwords again? I was like, oh, I don't have to get it then.
No, she does it. She does it. Adam 1986. I do.
Don't give all my
Everybody knows mine, Aunt Geo Alex. Everybody knows mine. It's like we all have that one that we use for everything. was like saying, and also if you noticed on the posts I did today, I put the QR code. And again, the marketing studio has it so easy that you click QR code, it says, put the email address in, and then it creates it right there and you just move it to where you want.
That too, that brings you to our website.
Yes, yes. So that should be on everything, guys. QR codes are huge. I watch TV and a QR code pops up. They're like, click here to find more information.
Really gonna get menus.
Menus everywhere. They're the thing. So make sure that QR code is on everything and it's so easy to get to. And if you can't find it, let me know and I'll show you how.
That's it, just it's food.
And then the bane of Sylvana's existence is Sky Slope, okay? Which we will have a training after this today. So our birthdays for the month of February, I don't have the awards because it's February 1st and they don't come out until February 2nd. So I can't share those with anybody. But Tabitha Williams, February 7th, she's actually a power up with her mentees. So that's where she is. Lydia is February 10th. Joanne Travisano is February 17th. Swetha is the 27th. And then anniversaries, Erica Lewis, 4 years. Stacy Garibaldi, 3 years. Leo, 13 years. Zebby, 19 years. Zebby's actually in the CE class this morning. Rich Raz, 15 years. And Alexandra, 1 year. So just remember, forms online and DocuSign are officially gone. You cannot access them. We can't access them. Nobody can access them. They're gone. They no longer exist. So you can no longer take a moment of silence. You can no longer just send documents to Sylvana. They must be uploaded into SkySlope. Okay. Nope, it's gone.
Really?
It's gone. Absolutely gone.
But there's no
Sign,
app for
just fine.
teacher sign. So
Mhm.
like I used to use DocuSign for all my personal crap.
Okay. Back on track. So Weichert University has a new sheriff in town. Christina Weiner has taken the reins and is revamping every aspect of our programs. And she is freaking amazing. Let me tell you firsthand. You'll have more of a focus on coaching, both on a company level, cluster level, and office level. What's a cluster level? That's us in Randolph. That's a cluster, okay? We will have more offerings for our productive agents. Accountability is key, so expect more of it. I've introduced several new features. Week at a glance newsletter, one-on-one coaching, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Wednesday workshops, Thursday roundtable, prospecting pizza, and Donna and I. So this is what she sent out yesterday. So we will be working and incorporating all these things together. So this is all the stuff we're going to be bringing on a weekly basis between the two offices moving forward. Okay, so we're going to introduce this a lot next week. We're going to have a contest after our office meeting next week, a prospecting contest. And I think we're going to do lunch with the top prospectors. You know, just a little round table luncheon, pick her brain sort of thing. See, Patty's gonna win. She already wants it. So next week is our joint office meeting at 10 o'clock and it's gonna be here. So you get to meet the other agents and learn about all the new things. So Don and I will be presenting together. And then I'm still doing the morning motivation call weekly at 8:30 a.m. Thanks Tara Epstein and Neil Morjani this week for the refer and earn referrals. And Anthony, I really thought it was gonna be quick this week. I was actually gonna do Kahoot because I thought I had no content. I shocked myself.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. Give yourself a
Little update in the market. New home sales and economic growth for the fourth quarter both came to a higher than expected. More slowdown than expected in the first quarter. Still no signs of a recession, so we'll see how that's kind of going. Personal spending fell, providing evidence of a slowdown of the overall economy. Rates were fairly stable. This is obviously over last week, trending actually a little bit higher. However, they still remain 4% lower than what the one before. What's happening this week, big events of the week will be the Fed meeting for the jobs report. As I've been mentioning to you guys, we saw 3/4 point Fed rate hikes, 0.5 point, and they're expecting only a quarter, which is a good thing. Things are starting to slow down on that end, so I think they'll kind of slow down the interest rate increasing, and then we'll kind of hopefully start to get back to a more normalized market rate system. So we'll kind of keep some of the Fed's answers. As you can see, some of the rates we've seen off the lower fives, kind of creeping back into the lower sixes right now. That's nothing in the buyer, but this is seesawing us every day as we go. Now, we was talking about interest rates, ways to advertise, just keep in mind, as I've always mentioned, a lot of that stuff is just face value, meaning that's like a base rate. They don't take into any consideration as every buyer's completely different based on credit scores, loan type, product type, house type, condos, et cetera, stuff like that, multiple families, there's always add-ons and stuff. Speaking about add-ons, I sent this message out, I think maybe about 2 weeks ago on new changes coming up that'll be starting May 1st. They're actually starting to affect now. These are ones that are delivered to the agencies, Fannie and Freddie. FHA more than likely will follow suit. They haven't announced it yet, but this is going to affect a lot of buyers, right? And I put that in the email that I sent to you guys as well. People that are not sure what to do, people that are on the fence, people unsure if they should go an extra $10,000 to $15,000. It's going to be very impactful. As we've been talking over the last 13 months with buyers getting priced out, not winning deals, what are people doing? They're getting out of their comfort zone, right? They're going up and higher to their price point. And what's happening at that point is the debt ratio, right? In that second line. So typically Fannie and Freddie, they want you to be like a 36 with like a back end debt ratio. What that means is, yeah, that's their guidance. That's their guidance. So keep in mind what that means is when you're dealing with a front end ratio, that's your current debts, and then adding the mortgage or your proposed mortgage payment, you get your back end ratio. So they want their debt ratio typically as a guideline at 36%. Now, however, though, we usually get loans approved literally on a Fannie Freddie, they won't exceed typically 50%, close to 9 in that range. Challenge you run into is now they're putting what they call an LLPA, and I specified this in my email 2 weeks ago. That's loan level pricing adjustment. What happens is they're going to add a 1/4 to 3/8% if you're over a 40 debt ratio. I will tell you right now, every buyer I'm pre-approving right now, probably 8 out of 10 is exceeding that. And why are they exceeding the number? The price point of home that they're looking at. Right, just based on their income and their debts, they're already exceeding 30%. Now, does that make them a risk? Not necessarily, but in the eyes of Fannie and Freddie, they want more. They're going to make that now interest rate probably based on a 1/4 to 3/8. That's probably an 1/8 to 1/4% higher in rate. So just keep that in mind. And there was other adjustments too as well. We're going to see cash out refinance are going to be more expensive. Multifamilies are going to get more expensive. So there's a lot of adjustments kind of going on, but there's also some attractions. Better buyer you are, better credit scores, there's benefits coming back to it as well. But I don't like that second line, the 40, because I can tell you right now, 8 out of 10 buyers right now are really that. They've always been it. Just because even joint income and house, with everything that's gone on, they might have been a 40 before, and as the market has kind of kept going, the rates gone up, now they're like 34%. So, loans still go on, but it's just going to get more costly. So as people are kind of sitting on the fence, or don't know if they should make the move over a couple bucks, it's only going to get more expensive. So it's not the answer we're looking for, not anything we can't control, and this is nationwide. So this is a Fannie Freddie thing. Brokers, bankers, banks, we all apply and play in the same sandbox when it comes to this stuff. So
Yeah, when is that?
it's already in effect.
It is in effect.
It's already in effect. So buyers that are pre-approved, we go to price loan and go lock, it's going to be slightly higher than what we were anticipating. And keep in mind, when I speak to my buyers, live time, they kind of know what's going on with rates, or when we update pre-approvals, I always check rates to kind of see what's going on, so they kind of know really more live time of making an offer of what the payment's looking like exactly on that specific asset. Just way more ingrained and involved with my buyers that way, rather than putting out a pre-approval and they call me back in 4 months and then they have an offer and then we figure out that for it's $500 1 month. So I just don't do that business. So more to come on that. I mean, it's not really necessarily for you guys, but it's something that a couple of weeks ago when this was being announced, I specifically sent an email out saying, hey, if you have anybody in the fence that's considering making an offer or doing so, definitely try to take it. You guys have seen the stuff on the closing guarantee, the equity booster. We talked about the 20-year program last week. I mean, we have 15, 20, 25, obviously 30-year mortgages available to them. Record Advantage right now, just to refer, refresh your memory on that. That's anybody that's buying homes right now. They come back and refinance us after 6 months payments. We're waiving our lender. Beverly goals, we need as much business as we can get. I don't need to break down any numbers for you. We just need to be involved with buyers. And you can be, you know, what's going on. I mean, I'm covering Chester, as you know, I'm there Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, but I'm obviously, you know, I have to be here at a moment's notice if you guys have anything specific that you're working on. But I mean, just to give you an idea, talking about controlling the business being very important. Agent had a listing. She also found the buyer. It was a cash transaction. Buyer elected attorney. You try it. Buyer elected attorney. Buyer then decided to go to mortgage. Attorney referred to lender. Rather than the attorney going back to the agent and saying, hey, you work with, he referred to lender. I didn't even get a sniff out of it, fortunately. Agent called up and was like, what are you doing with my client, you know, that lender? So that's all the more reason you need to be finding out what's going on with your buyer. Are they considering getting a loan? Are they just kind of going in cash and planning on getting a mortgage at that point? You know, I mean, these things all have to be very disclosed, but again, being very ingrained with your buyers, knowing what's going on is super critical. But now that attorney's now controlling Delta, and she has no idea who the lender is, never worked with them before. You know, it's one of those things. Question of the week, what is the lowest down payment allowed for a conforming loan? Is it A 3%, B 3.5, C 5, or D 0?
I'm gonna say A. I didn't look at the answer, so I have no idea.
Yeah, great.
The answer is A, 3%, the conventional Fannie Freddie. They're allowed.
Yeah, what is Boston Bank?
I don't know, I was trying to hear her. I know.
Computer right now.
I know, I have her on speaker, I can hear. Just texting Deb. Deb, look at your text, what's your answer?
She's like, I was sleeping.
Don't know. I don't know if they're just thinking on the back end because there's a big impact for cash out refinances. So they're thinking that, you know, maybe on the back end of this, people think the equity of the home.
Oh, she was gone, that's why. Oh, now she's on twice. Uh-oh, I have to get her off one. How do I get her off here?
It's terrible.
You're on two places. Okay, I muted one. Okay. We got double Lanny today. Not double whammy, a double Lanny.
Any questions?
Okay, so continuing education, obviously they're going on right now at the corporate headquarters, from 9 to 3 today and tomorrow. You had to sign up for that, but you see the upcoming classes that are coming on, and there are virtual learning ones as well, okay? So if you want to take advantage of that, you just click on to the New Jersey, the School of Real Estate, right? The second one. And that will show you this whole schedule and you can enroll right there, okay? So if anyone needs to take their CE credits before April 30th, this is the website you go on, schoolsofrealestate.com, and it will show you a list of all of the upcoming CE credit classes we have. Remember, if you do a live class like this, even if it's via Zoom, you do not have to take a test. If you do a module through a CE shop or whatever other the online classes they have, you have to take a test after it because it's the only way they know that you were paying attention. Okay, so that's what you have to do. If you took your CE credits already, or you need to check, go into here, the New Jersey Commission Real Estate website, and this way you can figure out what commission, classes you need, or if you're, actually, that's not even it. It's PSI that you go on, and I can send you the link. I'll actually send it in my meeting slides today so everybody can go in, and I can't check them for you. They don't allow me access, so you have to go in and check them yourself. So again, if you've satisfied your credits, you can't take more credits now for the next whatever. Thank you. Hey, this is all, I love it. We're all collaborating. Cycle. Because it would just add on and it doesn't carry over. So you can't start your credits until July of 2023 for the following cycle, for the 2023 to 2025 cycle, just to know. So this is to earn your broker's license. My Work Marketing Studio, how to find it in your tiles. The Refer and Earn program that I spoke to you about. Our weekly community update is sent to you every Monday. Just an overview of everything that's going on in the Wicker community. We Do It All Guarantee is our closing date guarantee for buyers and for sellers now. There's medical and voluntary benefits for our agents now. We partnered with a company to allow you to get discounted rates on health benefits. Our local absorption rate. So if you could see this week, I've noticed a lot on the 30-day under contract. More homes have went under contract this week. So our under contracts are going up again. So there's a lot of buyers out there. Our homes for sale aren't really going up. Some places a little bit, some places down. But the under contract numbers have gone up significantly in most markets.
There's a ton of it.
There's tons of activity out there. You're absolutely right. So these are all our numbers here. So we really don't have any new listings because that one's already gone. Cross it off your list. Yeah, that one went. Eric has, so these are all our existing listings. So we're gonna have this every week so that you can see exactly what we have. And if it's an area or you want to do an open house, reach out to the agent. You know, open houses, you'll get people in regardless of how long it's been on, regardless of the price point. In this market, you'll continue. And these are also opportunities for you to share with clients. We were talking about the exclusives and having an exclusive list for people each week to share with homes that they don't. Let me get to the exclusives. So here's the exclusives. So these are homes that agents in our office have an exclusive listing agreement with that client, but don't necessarily have it on the market yet. So you can reach out to the agents if it's something you think you have a client, you know, that's interested in. Find out more information. Yes.
Is your limit to how long you can leave it on exclusive? I mean,
No,
honestly, this thing's been on for months,
you can have it on for a year, 2 years.
a year.
At least, or more.
Oh, you could do it. There's no limitation. There's no limitation. You can have it on for as long as you want.
Yeah, mine have been on a month.
Yeah, Mara has a lot.
It's like all spring. That's what I was saying, like, I just wanted to lock it up, because a lot can happen.
Lock them up, people. Lock them up.
Lock 'em
up. Our new word, lock them up. Just lock them up.
What I did a lot of,
Her.
what I highly recommend, especially in the winter, the way I got them was by taking photos right before winter.
Yes,
I would like that.
exterior
They weren't
photos.
sure when they were gonna go on, so I was like, let's sign an exclusive, let's take exterior photos, so that way, if you wanted to go on sooner, we have, you know, if it's snowing, we have the photos.
Fresh.
Yep, and no snow on the ground and all of that. So that's a great way to get someone to sign an exclusive listing. And then you're there to prepare. Now I can be here. If you have any questions, I'm always here for you, right? So you're
Oh,
being,
and I am.
you're committing. Yes. You're committing until they have you committed, basically. Whichever comes first. So anyway, anyone have new listings coming on? Sam? 2 rentals, okay?
Production at Fort Springs at Knowledge Development,
Mhm.
down the house, brand new,
Mhm.
How much?
38.
Mhm.
But 2.5 bath, 1 garage, it's brand new. Another one in Union, it's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, and 2-car garage, it's very good size. It's for 37.
Great. Dante?
I have a list for the Hoboken, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, private, on a obscure rooftop, a view of the city. Yeah, 780.
I applaud your willingness to fight back on my son. I
I'm
applaud you. I applaud you.
He's a shark, and I was like, Anthony,
He's a shark.
I'm gonna, don't bullshit me.
Oh, yeah, he's been torturing poor Dante. Gary?
I have a rental thing in Randolph, 2-bedroom, 3.5 baths, it's currently on the market right now, listed at 2,800.
In Boulder Ridge.
Boulder Ridge, yeah.
Kara?
So I actually have it's a townhouse in Woodland Park. Passaic. Right, like, right, Passaic County, like, where am I? I don't know where I am. It's a beautiful townhouse complex, 3 bedrooms, two full baths and 2 half baths, great walkout finished basement with, a bathroom downstairs, fully renovated, probably gonna be somewhere around 5.25, in a couple of weeks. Really, really pretty towns,
Yeah, that's great.
if you know where Woodland.
I do,
Which I
because there is
don't,
a
but-
venue, a wedding venue there. That's the only reason I know. What is it called?
Well, it's on Garrett Mountain.
What's the name? It's
Woodland Park is.
Yeah.
Wood Mountain Country Club.
Woodland Country Club. Yes, that's the reason I know Woodland Park, because of that,
We looked there also.
yeah. I
What?
consider it Passaic, Patterson, I guess.
Yeah,
Other word, yeah, they select West Patterson, yes, yeah.
it's very convenient, it's right by Route 3 and Route 46, like, it's not far, it just feels like it's in another.
that area.
I don't like that Route 3.
During the 4th of July,
That's how I grew up.
Route 46.
In Bloomfield, I grew up on Route 3, literally.
literally you can watch the fireworks in like 15 different towns.
Yeah, and it's a great commute, to
Yeah.
the city and.
Yeah, it's really good. Anyone else have anything new coming on the market in search of?
You need all this paperwork on Sky Slope.
Like, I hear you all. Okay.
Yeah, and I can't tell people.
Nobody's gonna share the listings with us anymore, Savannah. Peter Lee, I don't think I've ever picked Peter Lee, have
No one ever had it.
I?
Obviously they have.
The 10 Park is obviously back active, but we're getting offers up.
Oh, good. Did the short sale, was the short sale approved?
No, so the 425 price is the lowest we can go. But I thought it actually would be my short sale. I think I.
Okay, all right, that's good to know.
Brenda,
Brenda.
Brenda, you go today.
If you could buy 2 minnows.
He could buy 2 minutes.
No raise for feet.
I'm gonna set up in the conference room for the advanced class.
Okay, they want you on this, the advanced people.
The what?
They want you recorded.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna keep them on.
You know, the webmail is down, so.
Why is Lonnie keep leaving me? No,
Bye, Lanny.
Lonnie's back.
No, I'm here.
Okay, you're going, the advanced Sky Slope training is in the front conference room. The advanced Sky Slope training is in the front, meaning once you've had a transaction that was accepted or a listing signed, then you go in.
Going into the front.
At 11:30,
You stay
right?
here.
What am I doing here?
Well, because-
Advanced?
Right, yeah.
Oh, you're just talking to go there?
Yeah,
Oh, well.
where is
whatever.
the advanced one going? Here or there?
Well, then I have
But
to
I,
move this.
right,
to
but
the
I
side.
want to do it on my computer because I have some things set up already.
All right, then I'm gonna have you log into my Teams because they want it taped.
Okay,
People wanted that one taped.
okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how to tape it. That's why I was gonna move her.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that the next year?
All right.
Right, because then I'll get all the kinks out of it.
Okay.
Lanny, do you have both set up? Do you have your iPad?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into my iPad now. Right now, I'm not.
A lot of buildings are not allowed.
Because she needs to be on her computer, be able to do it on her computer, so she wants to go onto iPad.